I'm all kinds of confused. Firstly, there's two of me. Secondly, we seem to be doing some kind of synchronised head manoeuvre. I'm Colonel Failure. And you're back once again with Train Simworld, and we're driving Class 47, if we zoom out casually here, Class 47 from Minehead to, well, somewhere else, really. I've been stopped here rather longer than perhaps I should have been. We're going to be a little behind schedule, but frankly, if we make it at all, that will be something of a surprise. So let's close up the doors. Jolly good show. Hop back inside, and let's get out of here. So I've already pulled us out of Minehead because, well, frankly, you do that at like 5 miles per hour, and it's not the most riveting thing ever. Tell you what, let's take the brakes off. Yeah, so I've got everything kind of set up, and we're good to go. Have you though? Grand. Now then, we should have an up-tempo coming along in a minute here, but you don't get to go very fast on this line. This seems to be quite a casual affair. Up here it tells me that I'm allowed to do 95 miles per hour. I'm not really feeling that, to be honest. I think it's just implying that 95 miles an hour is what you're capable of doing if you're ever allowed to really shove it. But we're allowed up to 25 now. So we'll up the tempo that far. Let's ease it back a bit. Now what to do the trick? We have got a gentle incline that we're currently inclining our way towards, and we want to make sure that we stay under the limit here. We've got a mile and a bit to go to our next stop at what are we looking at? 15 minutes ago. At the Blue Anchor, which I can only assume is a pub. Well, I'll jump out, and given that this is the 1970s, I'll have a nice pint of stout. The other me, she'll have a cider, because that's the kind of mood she's in. Feeling kind of bubbly today. Marvellous. There we go. Oh, we're going downhill now. All right, well, let's rock that off. In fact, no, look, rock the throttle to on. I don't know what the difference between on and off is. Yeah, all right. Obviously, I know what the difference between on and off is. But in a throttle sense, it seems that I don't know, on is maybe just applying a little bit of juice, whereas off is not applying any. Couldn't tell you, but doesn't really make much difference. I'm leaving it in the on position, so I'm ready to go. So we're currently rolling along at 6 degrees down bubble. I possibly ought to inform the crew. So now this is Con. If by any chance you happen upon any targets of opportunity, please do light them up for me. Meanwhile, this is your captain speaking. Everybody should brace for the inevitable impact where I misjudge exactly how fast we're supposed to be going, or rather where we're supposed to be stopping. Anyway, coming up shortly, I'm not entirely sure how shortly, but let's just say soonish, is the Blue Anchor. For those of you in need of some pork scratchings, or maybe a bag of dry roasted peanuts, if you're feeling like, you know, wanting to be thirsty for the rest of your natural life, then you'll be able to pick them up in due order. Enjoy the view, as it will be trundling past at quite a slow rate for the foreseeable future. Because despite the fact this is a nice straight piece of track, we're only allowed to do a little above kind of jogging speed here. Anyway, I'll be in touch with you again shortly, and we'll get the beers in when we arrive at the Blue Anchor. I've heard their darts team's pretty good. All right, smashing. Well, once I've made this next speed adjustment. What we'll do is we'll take a quick flick around the outside of the train. Although that said, 500 yards down the line could well be the illustrious Blue Anchor, and we're going to want to be want to be ready for that. Right, let's throttle off. Let's down tempo. I've left that a little bit late, to be honest, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Look, no problem. Right, ease it back off again. Magic. Oh, we've now got a bit of uphill action. Well, this really does leave me nowhere to complain. Should I overshoot? I think we'll probably be dandy, to be honest. But we're going to need a little bit more wheeze in order to get to the station. We've got some people queuing up for a train coming the other way. To be honest, I think they're possibly quite early for that service. Last I heard, the next train going in the opposite direction is tomorrow. Anyway, look, here we go. Bit of road. Dolores, would you mind getting out of the way? Look, you're kind of spoiling I don't even know why you're here. I mean, it's lovely of you to come keep me company, but all you've done so far is sit there and occasionally glance about a bit. Anyway, here's some chaps waiting for the service to come in. They're wondering if I'm going to stop anytime soon. Blue Anchor, there you go. Apparently it's not a pub after all. What a crushing disappointment for all of us. Right, 80 odd yards. Right, let's drop the tempo on that. To be honest, given that we're going uphill, I'm kind of bleeding the speed off anyway. But let's just apply a little bit of application. That's right, I've applied some application. What are you going to do about it? Right, no application. I'm going to hit this on the money. We're not stopping until we're there. Keep going, just a little bit further. That'll do it as far as speed is concerned. 4, 3, no, 3, 2, no, a bit more juice, we're all right, apparently we're there. All right, fine. So let's put some brakes on. There we go. So we're rolling backwards. That's not ideal. Right, doors, activate. Unlock the left doors. Smashing. Right, well, while they're all doing that, because that'll keep them amused for a bit. Yeah, come on, don't need that. Get off. Let's go for a wander, because we do that. There you go, Blue Anchor. Sun's shining. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Minehead. It's a nice bush, some hollyhocks. Look, that's nice. Look, no smoking. It's the 1970s. Surely smoking is compulsory. Let's go and sit in here. All right, you look awfully familiar. Have you had your hair done recently? Let's go and interrupt their conversation. You having a nice time? Having a lovely day there? It's a very purple hoodie. No, none of these pod people want to speak to me. Right, okay, let's shut them in. There you go. I'm sure that's not going to fox it in the slightest. Oh, hello. What are you doing there, stood with your arms crossed? Yeah, you can look innocent as much as you like, but I know the truth. You're lurking, aren't you? You want to slam the door when I give the "it's now safe to slam the door" signal. Anyway, I'm late. I can't stand here talking to you. I've got places to be. There's a fella's trot down the length of the thing, and then I'll press the button that makes it all happen. Here we go. Oh, look, here's the loco. Look, it's green. Right, okay, let's get in. Close the door. Open the window. I'm pretty sure I've already got the window open. I have. It's one of the first things that you do aboard any train is make sure you've got the window open. Close doors. Job done. Right, trot on. Okie dokie. Right, let's get underway again. And now you see, I've got to. It did this before. Right, you've got to take it out of gear. We've got a bit of service, but if we drop that down to initial application or thereabouts, and then stick it back in gear, and then give it some beans. That's how you do that. Easy. Right, now, could just be me, but that looks very much like a red signal. I know, there's, I learn these things occasionally, and I'm not going to just gently cruise past a red at 5 miles per hour and go, I'll be fine. I'm going ever so slowly. Everything will be just peachy. In fact, we possibly ought to slow down a little bit more than that. There we go. Ease it off. Right off. Right off. There we go. Well, I wonder how... Where are we? It's now 5 o'clock. I imagine we're just going to have to wait for... What are you up to? Is this it? Is this the rapture? Does it happen now? Just outside the blue anchor. Sit down. Get yourself back in the chair. That is rather disconcerting. Maybe she's gone into standby mode while we wait for whatever passing service we've got coming up. On which note, let's go look for it. Come on, let's go. Right. Oh, well, I did promise you a quick look at the train. There it is. Yeah, I should well be scowling at her. And also, I appear to have taken my jacket off since last we spoke. I wasn't entirely sure I had a button that would do that, but I appear to have done it anyway. Where's my... I want the... No. You see, what you're doing there is you're trying to use intuitive keys to move around, rather than the ones you should. Ah, there we go. Right, that's another ruddy caravan park, look. No wonder. I'm here while people are throwing stones at me. And to be honest, if I'd have stayed in the station, my passengers would possibly be a little bit happier. Right, what are we waiting for? Is there a something down the line here that is causing us trouble? Because, you know, I haven't got all day. I'm already behind schedule. Alright, so this is the next service on the track. It's a good few stops down the line, and they've got the "you're good to go" signal there, except they don't appear to have a driver, which is well, it's unfortunate. I'm gonna ask permission to see if I can go. Can we go, please? I mean, denied. He's at the station. He's just mucking about. I think they're waiting for me, you know. Sit down. You know, I can't just hang around here all day. It's ridiculous. Right, the way I see it, the reason that we encountered a problem there was because I'd been late and they were going to let the other train through. So we're going to try and be on time. I mean, it should be able to do that, I would have thought. Now then, have we got some... we do have... we've got go. Let's have it. We've got go. Make it happen. Oh no, did I... There we go. Come on. Activate. Reverses in forward. Is this... Have I got brakes on where I shouldn't have? No. We're rolling. It's all good. Just exercise a bit of patience, man. I know it's not in your style, but you should develop that. Alright, let's ease that down a little bit. We don't want to be done speeding. Although that said, that's a red, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, phooey. Okay, alright, well, that's okay. We'll abide by the state telling us exactly what we can and can't do. Slow down more. There we are. We ain't jumping anything. Yeah. See, I've learned my lesson. Can we go? No. Oh well. Oh, well. All right. Let's. Whoa! Hold on. I've broken it. No, don't break it. Just put on enough to keep us where we are, and then we'll wait till we've got a go signal. Well, she's back again. Look. This time she seems to have control over herself. That's good. She's no longer waiting to ascend to the next plane of existence. Which is probably also helpful. I hope. But, you know, should anything arise over there, I'll be the first to let you know. Or I'll let you know first. Among the people I will let know will be you. And you may be among the first. Right. Now, we are waiting for another train to come in. So I'm going to go and stand at the end of the platform here. So that I can angrily shake my fist at them because they're late. I'm good to go. I'm stuck at a chuffing red signal, and frankly, this is not acceptable. Oh, here we go. There, finally. What time do you call this, Dave? We're supposed to be at Dunster in 6 minutes. I'm not going to be in Dunster in 6 minutes if we're still waiting for you. You've just been off on a flipping joyride. This is no way to run a service, Dave. Oh, it's not. It's Jenny. All right, Jenny. Yeah, all right. Nice hair. I'll see you down the wine bar a bit later. There's Dave, look. Flipping Dave. Gets everywhere, that fella. Right, okay, let's get out of here. Get me in. Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut the door. Get in the chair. We got the signal? I'm going to say possibly. Let's have a look. We have the signal. Let's get out of here. Right, engage the reverser to forward. Power to initial application, please. Thank you. And juice to activate. There we go. Got this. Rock and roll. Up to a mighty 10 miles per hour. Here we go. I'm feeling it. The burn is happening. This is full charge ahead right here. Flipping Dave and Jenny. They're as bad as each other, but you can't say anything to her face because she'll bear a grudge and stuff. So you really want to keep that to yourself. Right, we're away. We've got 4.5 minutes to get to Dunster, which is 1.5 miles away. Normally, I'd say that's no problem at all, except of course that we're currently only allowed to do 10 miles per hour, and then when it does let us let the dogs off the leash, we're only allowed to do 25 miles per hour. I mean, it's in no way generous when it comes to the blistering speeds that you're allowed to rock along at. There we go, level crossing, beautiful, beautiful. Make as much noise as you like there, lads. I'm leaving. Right, here we go. I'm ready. I'm coiled. I'm going to boot this thing like I mean it as soon as we've cleared the speed marker. There we go. I'm confident we'll get this down to 5 miles per hour in time. For now, however, we'll stick it in the throttle on position and just rock it along at 23. Right, let's do some passing shot action here. There you go, look, that's lovely, isn't it? Oh, look, there's the sun, there's the train, there's some grass in my head. That's particularly delightful. You can have a look underneath. There's some engineering in full effect. Oh yeah, grand. Okay, good. How long have we got? 0.8 of a mile. Oh, well, we'll get there by Sunday, I reckon. Hang on a tick. Where's she gone? Oh, she could be flaming anywhere. I mean, that's the problem where you've got the spiritual successor to the Ring Girl as your co-pilot. Is that she gets around a bit and moves in a ruddy, mysterious fashion. Anyway, well, frankly, I feel safer without her there. She was always unnecessary baggage, frankly. But does she have any good buttons? The DSD button. No, I don't know what that does. She's got a phone. I could get some dominoes or something. Right, okay, here we go. 900 yards, no problem. 5 miles per hour, 900 yards. 800. I'm going to play this a little bit fast and loose. I don't think we're going to derail because it's going in a straight line. There's a digger. Yeah, 600 yards. I think we can do this. And we're going uphill. Let's move to a smidge of initial application at this stage. 500 yards out. Everything's under control. Just gently easing it down. This is going to be peachy. Yeah, pretty sure. There you go. You got some logs on the line down there for when you can't afford proper buffers. Let's release the initial application there. Slightly sterner up gradient going on at the moment. 16. Nah, give it a bit more. That's it. Just ease us in. You know, we are still trying to make to make our time here. There you go, 200 yards. And actually, 200 yards beyond this 5 miles per hour is the stop. and we're not going to make it exactly on time, but I think we'll be within a minute, providing I don't make a complete hash of this, within a minute of our target time. Right, let's ease this down now to about, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles an hour, something like that. I know it says 5, but they always leave you a bit of wiggle room in case you're in a hurry or something. There we go, easy. Totally nailed the speed, as long as the speed you're talking about is 2 miles per hour. Oh, I've broken it. Oh, you silly train. Yeah, I've ruined everything. Right, okay, stick it into, stick the reverser off. Hope we don't roll back too much. Stick the reverser on. Give it the beans. Come on. Come on. I was said we were going to be about a minute late. We're not. We're going to be more than that unless you shake a leg. I mean, admittedly, don't shake it too vigorously, because we'll get penalised and fined and what have you for being overzealous on the speed. But there you go, 4.3 miles per hour. Nerve jangling, frankly. Oh yeah. Right, okay, what do these buttons do? We've got the heat code box light switch. On, please. I want that. Desk light. Yeah, I need that. Oh, that makes life easier. Despite the fact I'm looking at all of these digital HUD layout type dealios. What are you? Tail light switch. Well, that should probably be on, shouldn't it? Right. Anyway, 100 yards to go. We're a little bit over speed, but within tolerances, I'd say. We're going uphill a little bit, so I mean, that'll bleed itself off. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Trust me. I'm a trained submarine captain. 50 yards to go. Start thinking about stopping. 30 yards to go. Actually stop. Deactivate that. Close. Close enough. Hey, unlock the doors. Come on, we're late already. Get in. Come on, come on, you lot. Get in the train. Don't just stand there with your arms crossed. Get in the flipping thing. Let me shut the door for you. There we go. Let's. We're not taking any chances with any of these people, because the yellow line of "Are we nearly there yet?" is approaching half mast. Anyway, this is Dunster. Yes, it very clearly is. Close that up as well. Close this one. Oh, I tell you what, let's go and get back in the train. I'm not stopping here any longer than we absolutely flipping have to. Right, okay, we're golden. I'd half expected her to come back at this point, and she wasn't. She's still left us, mercifully. Right, I'm ready. There we go. Load passengers almost done. Lock the doors. Doors locked. Activate. Right, no, don't need that. Right, give me this. I reckon we'll take it out of gear and put it back in gear. Give it the cheese. No cheese. Nuts. Take it out of gear. Drop this to service 3. Let it think about that for a sec. Yep. I'm sure there's some science as to why I have to go through this rigmarole, but there you are. See, that's got it. 300 yards to the station. It is 4:38. It's going to be 4:39 by the time we get in there. Okay, so we're 2 minutes behind schedule. I mean, that's acceptable. It's all Dave's fault. If he hadn't had to stop at I don't know, wherever it was he stopped for a copy of whatever it was that he picked up, then that wouldn't have happened. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Come on, people, go, go, go! Don't hang around, get in the train. Come on, we want to leave. We're only doing this again because we look like having an hour plus of wait time last time around. Get in the flaming train, will you? Stop mucking me about. You there, are you coming or not? Because you're just standing around looking shifty. Again, every time I see that dude, he looks shifty. Right, okay, I'm ready to go. Whether or not the passengers are, I almost don't care. You know, we'll saddle up. We'll do all those things that we have to do. Right, take it out of gear. Drop this to around a 3% application. That'll do it. There you go. Let the brakes do some equalisation. Lock the doors. On it. Yep. Objective complete. Give me the points. Now then, stick it in first and whiz it. Boom shakalaka. Let's roll. Okay, that's a green signal. No matter which way you cut it, we've got a green. We're out of here. We're rolling. We're motoring. We're making a difference. That's the brake. We don't need the brake. I need to down tempo a little bit so we're not going too fast. And then we're going to get onto this line and no one can block us at that point. Excellent. Alright, in 4 minutes we're going to stop at Washford. Allegedly. Given that we're 2 minutes behind schedule, I imagine we'll be there in 7 minutes. That sounds plausible, doesn't it? Let's give this a little bit more tempo, because you know, there's obeying the speed limit nicely. And I know it's a limit, not a target. Well, I think you'll find it's a target, not a limit, because watch this. I can go past the limit. Look, and it's not even knocking any points off. There we go. See? Oh, hold on. We've got 25. Activate the afterburners. Now, we are going up here, uphill here a little, so I'm going to want to make sure that we maintain a heady amount of headiness as we do so. We really are now going uphill. I mean, you can see. I mean, it's almost like we're scaling Everest at this point. 1.4 degrees uphill. Terrifying. However will we cope? Although saying that, I've got the throttle up to 51%. The fault light's on. And let's give it maximum juice. You see, that's got it going. There you go. You can ease it off again now. There you go. Because we're not going to make 4:45 at this leisurely pace that we're taking. Okay, we're going to attempt what I like to call a carrier landing here. We're doing 27. I'm behind schedule, so we're going to go for as late a piece of braking as possible without horrendously overshooting the thing. But given that this is single track and I'm the only thing on it, we should be golden. Where are we? 200 yards. Let's go. Give it full freaking service. Come on. That's it. Slow, 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 slow. There you go. That's it. Good job. Yep. Deploy the arrestor hook. Oh, like an absolute boss. We're there. Good. Unlock the doors. Now, that's how you do that. 2.5 minutes behind schedule. Could be worse. I've done worse. I've routinely done worse. Right, we've got a red signal in just under a mile. Obviously, we'll worry about that when we get there, and then hopefully we won't be left dangling for too long while we wait for, I don't know, whoever it is that's driving the next train to get out of the flaming way. But in the meantime, we're just waiting for the wretched passengers to wretchedly get on board the wretched train wretchedly. There's some flowers. Okay, we need to drop to 10 in 300 yards. I got this. I can do that. I mean, admittedly, all of this feels rather a lot like having training wheels applied. It's like you can't be trusted to take a train up to full speed. So we're only going to let you go very slowly. Anyway, this is Watch It. I am watching it. It's fine. I got this. It's all good. We need to keep moving. Fundamentally, keep moving. There we go. We're at speed. Now all we need to do is just reach the edge of the end of the platform so we can let people on. You want me to whistle? I got too much going on to whistle. There you go. Have some of that. Right, good. Now, brakes. Easy peasy. 40 yards to go. Actually, brakes off. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. And brakes on. Not all on. There you go. That'll do. Stop. Cease. 5 yards out. I'll take that. Right. Unlock. Right. And once again, we are loading the ingrates into my piece of advanced machinery. Right, reverser off, throttle off, brakes to moderate. There we go. And then as soon as we're rocking and rolling, we'll rock and roll again, like we did last summer. Alright, passengers are in. Lock the doors. Tally-ho. Activate that. Give it a second. Rip it. Activate all of that. Not emergency, that's too severe. That will make people very nervous. That's better. Ease it off. Close enough. There we go. Now, Willerton is in 3 minutes, or would be if we'd been on time. So it's not very far. Go. Operation Spoil Sport in full effect as we slow down to 10 miles per hour or thereabouts. That's okay. That's not a problem. And we'll turn that back off. Give us a little bit more juice just to rock us in at the station. We are going uphill now, so it's going to slow down pretty much by itself. I really don't need to touch anything at all. And in many cases, it's probably best that I don't touch anything at all. Anyway, here's the train that we encountered previously, and as you can tell, we would have had quite the wait if we were going to let that go through first, but we didn't, so we don't, and that's good. Right. Oh, hello. I'm going very, very fast, aren't I? Right. I mean, you say very fast. I'm doing like 17 miles per hour. Let's slow it down some. I'm pretty sure this station's capable of me doing 17 miles per hour. Drop it off. Come on, release the brake. Release the brake. We're too far out. We need to go a bit further. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Boy, it doesn't like changing its mind. It likes to be committed to one course of action. Right, turn that back off. And then give us some service, and then maybe the other train will actually go. This is close enough, though. I'll tell you that. Good. Unlocks as he do. Yeah, there you go. See, it's leaving. Right, passengers ahoy, and we've got a green signal ahead of us, so there's no hanging around required there. And now a message from our sponsors. Insist on having shredded suet. Sold in cardboard boxes. There you go. Don't have your shredded suet any other way, because I don't know, it congeals or something. I don't know. Regardless, right? Okay, we're off and we're rolling again. Are we? Yes, we are. Lock, and then let's just see if this works first time. If we down the tempo here to about 3%, Stogumber is next. Stogumber. Regardless, that's where we're going. No, it worked. Okay, so maybe it's just because I had a little bit too much brake on previously. Regardless, we're motoring. It is now 8 minutes past the hour, and we're supposed to arrive at Cucumber at 1:15. We'll be a little later than that. Oh, flip out too fast again. Easy down. Actually, just ease that down and we'll probably be golden, because we do have a little bit of up bubble going on at the moment. Right, stick that back there, stick that over here, get us on mark, and there we go. Now, I'm sure some of you may be a little concerned about the vigorous nature with which I hoik on the handles in here, but trust me, it's an older train. It appreciates the tenacity with which I operate the controls. Helps them to really know what it is that I'm intending it to do. Because if you're not firm with these things, then they kind of go, "Do you want me to stop or not?" And that's what I was told in advanced drivers training school, which I walked past once. Okay, we're inside 1,000 yards, coming up on Stogumber, on the banks of the Zambezi River, and I'm going to try and nail this one carrier style as well. Possibly easing off a little too quickly here. Let's keep her rolling. Now, we were due in at 14 minutes past. It's now 16 minutes past, so we're going to be late. In fact, we're already late. We're going to be later. There we go. That's possibly more appropriate. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. There you go. Such as it's still very green. If green is your colour, you're in for a rare treat. Riding through this aspect of the countryside. Right. Okay. I think we're about ready to start to put ourselves into in a stopping mode. Gently start easing that down. Let's get you into a bit of activity. Are you about ready for a bit more activity? I think you might be. 17, 16, 15. Yeah, a bit more activity. There you go. Up it just a smidge. 10. Less upping. Now we've come in too slow again. That's not quite got it. That's, come on, just rock it forward ever so slightly. Rock it forward. Rock it. There you go. I know I've got the brakes on as well. We're probably burning out all kinds of bits of equipment at this point, but no matter. It's all made of girders. Right, unlock the doors. Hello passengers, this is Stogumber. Get out. Where are we going next? Crocombe Heathfield in 5 minutes. So it's going to be a little bit more than that, isn't it? Right, activate the afterburners and we're away. Right, here we go again. Time to get ourselves prepped for another successful landing. We are going to be about 3 minutes behind, but we're not losing any further time. That's what we're not losing. There's a farm. Look, somewhat prosperous, one would assume. Right, okay, now then, we've got to slow down before the station. That was me thinking it was after the station, but it isn't. It's before the station. So we'll be rip-snortingly ready to do that one. To be honest, all I'm going to do is just slow it down a bit. We're at max throttle at the moment. Oh, possibly because I've got some brakes on. There you go. Well, you know, you like to get your brakes to bed in a little bit, and wearing them down some is a good way to do that. Let's see if this will roll us to the right kind of speed. It will, but not fast enough. So let's put the brakes back on again, assuming I haven't completely burned them out. Close. 22 would be good. There you go. That's nice. Smashing. And then we'll continue our roll here into the station. And then we'll apply some more dramatic brakes as we get close to the ending point. Go 13. I think we'll go when we hit this second orange coach outline marker. There we go. Coach outline marker identified. Brakes on. Now they need a second to remember what they're for, but they're going to do it anyway. Now we've come up short again. See, it's this because we're only going slowly. Is this going to count? Are we close enough? We're close enough. I'm going to put the brakes on this time. Yes, indeed. Right, open the doors. What's the time? 26. What time did we say we were going to be here? Earlier than that. Hello! Carriage is down there. Go on. This is my carriage. This is where I do important things of business and engineering. That's why they call me an engineer. Crocombe Heathfield. Crocombe. Sounds like an instruction one might give your elite hit squad. And once again, Dr. Lurkenstein is hanging around, looking shifty. What is your problem? Sunshine, look, you've got clones everywhere. Yeah, just got a dubious look about you. Well, maybe I'm looking at you dubiously. Whatever it is, I don't much like it. Lock the old doors. I'll also lock the new doors, and then we're away. Okay, now that's good. That's not that. Put that down to about there. Sit. And grip it and rip it. No, not this time. This time it said no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Alright, I'll give you one more go. Grip it and rip it. There we are. I guess it's possibly because I had the throttle in the on position when I came to a stop. Certainly can't rule that out. Anyway, excitingly, there is only one more stop on this line. And so far, I haven't failed the mission. So, this is it. This is do or die time. This is get it done, get it right, get it over with. And we're proceeding to Bishop Lydeard. One of those, it's going to be pronounced that way in some fashion, you West Country people and your wacky pronunciations. But that's where we're going. We're going to Bishop's Lie Down, and we're going to get there in about 10 minutes. That's going to be pretty grand, and I'm highly expectant that we pull this on. To be honest, we're currently picking up speed because we're going downhill. Once again, the vicious undulation causing us untold difficulties in train management. There you go. We can probably drop that down. I reckon about 5%, 6% will probably keep us on an even keel. No, the keel is uneven. Drop that back off and just let her roll. And then it will. Once it's stopped easing off, it will start easing back on again, I imagine. Yep, there we go, easing back on. So maybe we put it into just a little tickle mode. There you go. Have a little tickle of brake. See what you think about that. That looks to have it more or less under control. A series of small control adjustments is the professional way with which to manage a train, rather than just ripping controls left, right and centre. No, small, precise movements that are well calculated and practiced over many hours of diligent practice. Fly past. Oh, great. Yeah, great camera angle for the fly past there. Hope you like this tree. There we are. We're down there, look. Let's Superman ahead of ourselves. We are losing speed again, but I want to get a fly past. Do me a fly past going over the bridge. Look, you don't get a lot more tasty than that. It's pretty tasty. Right, get back on board, get the speed right. Alright, I was clearly talking absolute nonsense. We've got a minute to go and just over a mile. So we're not going to quite, we're not going to pull it back, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't fail us, given that it was all Dave's fault. Because all we're after here is just not failing. Not ploughing headlong through a red signal out the other side of the station, because that'll be a novelty. So that's our sole objective on this front, and I feel semi-confident that we might actually achieve it. 0.8 miles to go until we need to drop to 10, although with the way I've got things running at the moment, that seems pretty inevitable. There you go, that's a bit more like it. Right, 500 yards for our final slowdown of this this particular encounter. I'm feeling good about it. This all feels quite doable. There we go. Let's set it about there, and that should gently just roll us down to around 15 or 14, which I'm perfectly happy with. I mean, it may say 10, but that's the spirit of the law kind of a thing, and we'll certainly follow along with that. And then the station's coming up 600 yards after that, so 400 yards after that. So we'll be good for this. We've got a green light and a red light. I'm going to follow the green one. It's okay, given that that's talking about me. I'm quite happy to do so. We're actually bang on the money as far as the speed is concerned, and that I'm sure will make the adjudicators of my train driving prowess suitably impressed. We are slightly over the limit. There we go. Let's never mind the spirit of the law. Let's follow the law relatively closely, shall we? Ease it down. That's good. There we are, rocket into the station. Hello passengers, this is your captain speaking. We're now arriving at Bishop Lydeard, and I've taken you there. I've got it done. We've brought you all this way with relatively few incidents. In fact, with no incidents. This has been a zero incident train journey, and I'm sure you've had an absolutely rocking time aboard this, the pinnacle of 1970s engineering, and it probably came into service before that, but feels pretty 70s to me. Anyway, I'm going to slow us down now. Hold on to something, because we're coming in a park. Any second. Too much. Every time. Not too much. Now. Make it happen. That's good. There you go. What do you say about that? Well, I tell you what we say about that. We say, flipping out, you stopped right on the money there, didn't you? Right, let's get off. Oh, there's a bucket. Yep, both the passengers who got off here, I'm sure, are suitably delighted. Well, they should be, frankly. And we've got a... Is this a red signal? It does look pretty red, doesn't it? Maybe we're done. Maybe after the passengers have finished their thing, there'll be some kind of fanfare. I wouldn't know. I've not actually encountered the victory conditions before. Alright, let's set ourselves up with a nice celebratory screenshot type behaviour kind of deal. That's nice. So's that. That's all gone wrong. No, ease it back a bit. We want to be the far side of the sign. Bishop's Lydeard. Lydered. There we go. Right, lock the doors. Doors locked. Objective complete. I've won the game. Cheerio.